Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have the back nine at Sand Hollow Resort. This is probably one of the prettiest 9-hole stretches of golf you'll see anywhere. And yeah, that thumbnail is not fake. That is a very real hole. And it looks absolutely incredible. And the stretch from probably hole 12 to hole 16 is probably one of the coolest stretches of golf I've ever played in my 25 years of playing golf. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys. If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really does help get this content out there to more people. And I really have a lot of fun making it, so I hope you guys enjoy watching. So with that being said, let's hop into it. So starting off on hole 10, hit a really good tee shot right up the gut. And pretty solid iron shot here as well. I think I get to the front part of the green. And you could see the rock in the background, that formation. It's really cool. There's Utah red rocks. And you guys can also see how red that sand is. I just think it looks really cool. It's a cool aesthetic. So, eagle putt to start off. And thought for a while it was going to fall, but it just stays on the high side of the hole. So, not a bad way to start regardless. A 4 on a par 5 is always good. So going on to the next hole, par 3. And you guys can start to see the gorge that the next 5 or 6 holes are going to cut through. But it's just an incredible scenery. And we caught it on a really beautiful day too, which was definitely nice. So 195 yards, 8 iron. I think there was a slight hurting breeze here, so probably playing this about 10 yards extra. So in my mind, it was downhill, and the breeze into us pretty much canceled out. So pull this one a little left, but not in terrible shape. There was a good amount of green left to work with, and so not the hardest chip shot. And you guys can see there's hole 12. So, I mean, it's pretty incredible. You can even see it on the left edge of the screen right now. It's like so hard to focus because that hole looks absolutely incredible. But I did my best over the chip shot, hit a really good chip shot, let the ball run out, and it ran out a lot further than I thought it would. The greens weren't exceptionally fast, but I think the back 9 greens were a little faster. But got about 3.5 feet left right up the hill for par, so pretty straightforward. And when you have putts that appear very uphill, more than likely they're very straight, because if a putt looks uphill, it's very hard for it to break left or right just because of the optics of it. So here it is. Here's hole 12. I mean, it's definitely a hole you're never going to forget. It's actually quite narrow once you get up past about the 330-yard mark off the tee. So I was absolutely going to send this one, and that's what I did. It hit probably one of my best drives all day, right up the gut. The ball pretty much went right up and down the fairway. So hard to beat that. And have about probably 50, 60 yards left. And yeah, this is just an absolutely incredible view. So just a little bit uphill here. So 78 yards, probably playing about 85. And I just tried to take a nice, comfortable swing. And one of the cool things, my wedge play has definitely been improving significantly. And it's been nice to see. And especially my distance control. And I think that's just been a factor of I've been spending a lot more time working with my TrackMan, doing the TrackMan combine, doing different wedge tests. And one of the biggest things I can say is if you really want to improve your wedge game, even if you can't have access to like a TrackMan or a launch monitor, if you just go on a golf course and play golf, just play try to play quick and throw like 3 or 4 golf balls around 80 to 100 yards out and just play those balls down. And if you play twilight golf, you should be able to find plenty of space on most courses to be able to do that, and you'll improve your golf game very rapidly. So now in hole 13, this hole was absolutely insane as well. I mean, there was literally just the green, and that was about it. So you have to hit pretty much a perfect shot. And I landed on the just right of the green, and it kicked left, funneled down. And so it was a very good result. And you can see, again, just absolutely incredible hole. I mean, this was really a stretch of holes I'll never forget. And it was nice to play them well as well. So that never hurts. And so got about, looks like a 25 footer here for what would be a pretty insane two. And it's amazing to me how much those red rocks really contrast against the other parts of the video. So yeah, I mean, the camera truly doesn't do it justice. Like, if you guys have to come here and play this course, and hopefully you get a day like I did. Now the weather will deteriorate in a little bit, but I'm very happy that we were able to play these holes while the weather was good, because that was definitely very important for the video and just for the enjoyment. But yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal, and it's really just different. It's just different when you play golf, having those kinds of views all around you. So on hole 14, can rip I believe that's a 1 iron, maybe a 2 iron. Flared a little right, but there is a hill to the right that funnels the ball back to the left. So I was at the pro shop, and they told me to play it out to the right further than you expect. So that's what I tried to do. And another solid tee shot. Funky little green here, but still very gettable for sure. And so this like stretch of holes plays on top of like a plateau, and all around you is like the gorge that that plateau falls into. So that's why these views are so incredible, because it's just a very rare formation of rock that a golf course sits on. So yeah, that was another nice looking shot. Just a little short, and then it kind of kicked all the way down. So like, it landed short of the green. There's a huge slope that funnels the ball like all the way down to the back part of the green. And so you can see it back there. And it's definitely another really fun little hole. So I have about probably 30 feet here for birdie. And again, this is pretty much straight up the hill. Looked good for a little bit, but just didn't quite give it enough cowbell. So walk away with the par. But this has been a tremendous start to my video. And again, we caught it like literally like no wind, very clear skies. So that always helps. And now on to what I think has to be the toughest hole on the course, and for sure one of the toughest in Utah. I mean, it's a 231-yard hole, and that green looks so incredibly tiny. And I flared it out to the right. I really didn't miss by much for a shot of this length. But, I mean, that green's maybe 25, 30 yards wide, and from left edge where the gorge starts to the right edge where the trouble starts. So I don't even think it was 25 yards wide, honestly. It might be like 20. So that was definitely a tough shot. But again, it's hard to beat those views. And this is almost an impossible shot. I was just hoping I would stop it somehow on the green. Spun it as much as I could, but that ball just kicks forever. You can see it just absolutely taking off, rolling across the green. And did stay up, which was nice. So I still had a chip, and left it a little short. Just didn't get the run out that I expected, but have that left for bogey. And you can see the weather starting to roll in a little bit too. And I pulled this one left. I thought it would move a little bit to my right, but it definitely jumped off the club face left too. So drop back to 1 under. And yeah, still incredible views. And on to hole 16, 364 yards. And you can tell if you look at my shirt, the wind has really kicked up. And that's how fast it can happen in Utah. It just depends, it's literally minute to minute. I'm certainly glad that I didn't play the previous hole in the wind that I'm experiencing right now. So missed this one a little bit left, but there's room there, and only about 130 yards left. But I'm going to hit a pitching wedge, really flight it down, just trying everything I can to keep this ball under the wind. Hit a really good shot here, just cutting right through the wind. And that's something that's really improved significantly, is just the ability for me to hit a shot under the wind. And when you create a lot of speed, you create a lot of spin and a lot of apex. So it's been a long road for me. I'm continuing to get better at it, and that's what I look forward to continuing to improve as I get more and more into golf and competitive. The competitive side is improving that ability to flight the ball. So really solid 3 here, to come back from that double in the hole previous. And that's the game. You're going to make bad holes. You're going to have big scores. And You just got to keep playing. You can't let it rattle you. And on hole 17, weather's cleared up a little bit, which is nice. And just absolutely ripped it up the middle. This was probably one of my best tee shots of the day, and it definitely felt good. Kind of felt like it stabilized me a little bit mentally. And, I got a nice little shot crack here to reach the green in 2. Again, those mountains are just incredible. It's always pretty cool. You can see snow-capped mountains when you're playing golf. 225 yards left. Pulled the 6-iron just a bit to the left. Still dealing with a bit of a headwind. And sometimes when I take more club and swing slower, I tend to pull it left. I think it's just because I slow my lower body down, but my upper body sometimes rotates too fast. But still not a bad position by any means. Missed it in the right spot, which is definitely a sign that my game is starting to progress a little more by having better misses. So tried to put a little spin on this, and it just went nowhere. It was actually a much harder shot than that camera angle makes it look. There was a huge slope there. So got about probably 10 feet to make my 4. Putt breaks a little to my right, I believe. And just didn't quite hit it hard enough. It looked like it was a lot quicker than it was. So not the best 5, but at least I didn't drop a shot. And we're 2 under going into the last hole. And we were definitely chasing daylight at this point, so trying to move along pretty good. And there's the shower that passed over us about probably 20 minutes ago, 2 holes earlier. And it was just a little passing shower, so it was nice to see how the weather cleared up for the end of the round. And I hit a really good tee shot here, just a little bit to the right, but it's the last hole of the day, so you know I'm going to send it. And just a little bit right of the fairway, but still not a bad setup at all. Just a little flip wedge left. And just one more look at this panorama. Just it's hard to beat. If you guys ever are anywhere near Utah, I can't recommend this place enough. It's just absolutely incredible. So just 64 yards left here, a little lob wedge, just trying to take a slow swing and just flip it in there. Pulled it a bit left here, just kind of got a little handsy with it. But it actually still turned out pretty good. So got about probably 15, 20 feet left. Try to walk away with my 3, and that would be a nice way to end it. So we'll see if we can. And just didn't quite break back, so I'll clean that one up to finish off with a 2 under 34. So that was absolutely a pleasure to play. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Highly recommend playing if you can. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.